Okay, what is the total surface area of this wedge? Now for wedge you can read triangular prism. This has a constant cross section of this triangle going all the way through the shape. So what's the surface area? Well, that's the area of the flat faces that make up the surface. So you have 5 faces. So you've got the left wall. The left wall is this rectangular wall here. And it is a rectangle, and it's 5 centimeters high, and it's 7 centimeters long. So the left wall is kind of 7 by 5. You then have the floor. So the floor is this area here, and that is 12 by 7. So the floor is a bit bigger. It's 12 cm times 7 cm. It's a rectangle again. Right, so then you've got 3 faces left. I'm going to do the triangles first for reasons that will become obvious very soon. So you've got the front triangle, which is this one here, and the back triangle. Now they are identical. It wouldn't be a wedge or a prism if those triangles were not exactly the same shape and the same size, so congruent triangles. So you've got front and back, and there is 2 of those. So that is a triangle, right angled triangle, which makes it very easy to find the area. And that, I haven't given myself much room, so that is 5 centimeters by 12 centimeters. So you can use that as base and that as height because that's 90 degrees. Then you've kind of got the roof, which is actually by far the most challenging bit in there. So you've got this rectangle here that makes up the roof. Now you have a problem there because you do not know one of the dimensions. So the roof you know is 7. I can see that this is 7 centimeters, but this length I don't know, and we're going to have to work it out. So fortunately you can do it from the triangle bit. So this, we're going to call this x centimeters. We don't know it, and it's the same x, it's the long side of this triangle, so it's the same x as this. So to find out the area of the triangle we don't need x because we already have the base, we already need to have the height, but for this rectangle we are going to have to find it. So if we consider the triangle, you know, in any right angled triangle, Pythagoras theorem tells you that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the longest side opposite the right angle. So 5 squared plus 12 squared equals x squared. 5 squared is 25, 12 squared is 144, equals x squared. 25 plus 144 is 169. And hopefully you know that 169 is a very friendly number when you're trying to find the square root of it. It is a square number, it's 13 times 13, so x equals 13 cm. So now we can put this in, x equals 13 cm. So now for the surface area, we can start to work out all of these things. So left wall, equals 7 times 5. It's a rectangle, there's only one of them, equals 35 cm squared. So that's the area of that bit. The floor, with 12 times 7. 12 times 7, 12 7s are 84 cm squared. Okay, for the front and back triangles, now you have 2 triangles, so you've got 2 times the area of a triangle is half times base times height. Half times base, 12 times 5. Now hopefully you know that 2 times a half can just be cancelled like that. So you end up with 12 times 5, which is 60 cm squared. Now be careful because a lot of the time you'll see people end up, one of the biggest common mistakes in maths is forgetting to half for the area of a triangle, right? So it's the sort of question where you could forget to half for the area of a triangle, and you could forget that there's two of these triangles, each one at the front and one at the back. So if you made both of those mistakes, then you would actually end up with the correct answer for this 60 centimeters squared that the triangles are contributing. So even if you know that you only need to do 12 times 5 because there's two triangles and you do half base times height, you need to show the examiner that, because otherwise they might think that you got the answer right by accident and not deliberately. So it might be wrong working leading to a right answer. So you don't want to give the examiner any opportunity to take marks away from you. So for the roof, now we've got x is very simple, 13 times 7. Well, we know that 12 sevens are 84, so 13 sevens must be one more 7 than that, so that must be 91 centimeters squared. So your total surface area is going to be 35 plus 84 plus 60 plus 91. Well, 35 plus 84 is 89, 99, 109, 119. Plus 91 is 120, 210. Plus the 60 must be 270. It's an area. Everything was in centimeters, so it must be cm squared. And that is your final answer.